Imagine the excitement of draft night, a culmination of years of hard work and dedication for aspiring athletes. It's a moment filled with hope and anticipation, but for some, it can quickly turn into a nightmare. This was the case during the 2025 NFL Draft, where a troubling trend emerged: prank calls. The infamous incident involving Shedeur Sanders, where he received a fake call that went viral, highlighted a disturbing reality. The emotional toll of having such a significant moment turned into a joke is something that should never happen. Recently, former Ohio State quarterback Will Howard bravely shared his own experience with these prank calls, shedding light on a broader issue. In a candid interview, Howard recounted the distressing prank calls he received on draft day. "I think I got 3 calls. On Friday night, I received 2. The first one really got to me because it came from a Columbus number, and I thought, that's a bit odd," he explained. Howard emphasized that he wasn't alone in this experience. Many other players faced similar pranks, which he condemned as childish behavior. "It was happening to a lot of guys I spoke with at the rookie premiere. These were just some college kids trying to get a laugh at our expense," he said, expressing his frustration. While Howard's calls originated from pranksters, Shedeur's situation was even more concerning, as it involved someone connected to an NFL team, raising serious questions about privacy and security. Unlike Shedeur Sanders or Tyler Warren, who were projected to be first-round picks, Will Howard, despite his impressive achievements with the Buckeyes, was not expected to be drafted early. Pro Football Focus had him pegged as a 5th-round selection, while other scouting services suggested he might go in the 6th or 7th rounds. As the NFL Draft commenced on April 24th, Howard gathered his family to share in what should have been a moment of joy. However, the experience was tainted by a prank call that disrupted the significance of the occasion. The prank call that Shedeur received was traced back to Jax Ulbrich, the son of the Atlanta Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich. Shedeur publicly criticized the NFL for allowing his number to be leaked, pointing out that only team coaches had access to it. In a twist, Jax later apologized on social media, admitting that his actions were selfish and childish. Meanwhile, Jeff Ulbrich accepted the consequences of his son's actions and pledged to improve the situation. In stark contrast, players like Will Howard and Kyle McCord did not receive any acknowledgement or apology for their own prank call experiences. The issue of prank calls extended beyond just Howard and Shedeur. Tyler Warren, who was ultimately drafted by the Indianapolis Colts as the 14th overall pick, also fell victim to a prank. He received a fake voicemail from someone impersonating the Jets front office, claiming they would select him at the 7th pick. Interestingly, the caller shared the same area code as Shedeur's prank call. Che Lunt, a former offensive tackle from UConn, also reported receiving multiple prank calls, which left him feeling uncertain about the authenticity of any communication he received that day. "It was a crazy day. I got a few prank calls before the draft, so I was constantly questioning what was real and what wasn't," Lunt shared. Similarly, Abdul Carter, a former defensive back from Penn State, received prank calls from someone pretending to be with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Despite the distractions, Carter was eventually drafted 3rd overall by the New York Giants, having chosen to ignore the pranksters. Ultimately, Will Howard was selected by the Pittsburgh Steelers in the 6th round. However, the emotional strain he endured from those prank calls is hard to fathom. With family members and cameras surrounding him, the moment was supposed to be a celebration, but instead, it became a source of distress. This situation underscores the urgent need for college football and the NFL to implement robust policies to safeguard players' personal information and prevent such incidents from occurring in the future. What do you think? Should there be stricter regulations to protect players from these kinds of pranks? Or do you believe it's just part of the game? Share your thoughts in the comments.